Hey y'all, welcome back to the Hot Rod Dad channel. Glad you came, hope you stay. If you haven't already, hit the like and subscribe. I'm in beautiful downtown Dayton, Tennessee today. Beautiful fall day. Drove old Smokey down. There's Miss Hot Rod sitting in the passenger seat right there. Wave! We are here for a little kind of Toys for Tots type of car show here. If you're not familiar with Dayton, here's a little tidbit of history for you. This is the location of the famous, or infamous if you'd rather, Scopes Monkey Trial. And right there is where it all happened, at the Dayton courthouse. So let's go see if we can find some cool stuff to look at. I'm not even in the show yet, and I have already found a killer little Comet right here. It's got some sweet Krager SS's on it for a period correct look. Really nice black paint on this car. One of the really cool things about having a car show in a venue like this is all of the old buildings surrounding it. It's a really cool old ghost sign advertising for Coca-Cola. Leaves are just starting to change. They're getting the Christmas decorations up there. Right there is the courthouse, and it is surrounded by all kinds of classic cars, antiques, pickups, anything and everything you can imagine in the old car world has been represented here today, looks like. Although there's not a whole lot of cars. There's about 110, I think the count was, but there's some good diversity here. A lot of varied interest on display here today. Really cool little AD pickup right here, slammed on the ground. Wearing its original patina. LS powered, looks like. Got some Recaro bucket seats in it. A lot of fabrication in this truck. It's got a custom tube chassis from one end to the other, with mandrel bent frame rails there on the side, looks like. Custom 4-link with airbags. Looks like it may even have nitrous on it. Over here is one of my favorite vehicles on the planet. I love these old Volkswagen trucks. These came in a single and a double cab. One of the coolest things about these trucks is all the panels fold down on the bed, the side panels and the tailgate, and you can have a big huge flatbed there, or you can put them up and use them like a conventional pickup. Another really cool detail about these trucks is the sliding side window right there. It's got a vent window right here on the corner, and on the front they had these pop-out windshields for added ventilation. These are really, really neat vehicles. And this is one that's on my bucket list to own one of these days. Rear engine like all Volkswagens. I don't know how well the camera will pick up the color of this car, but it is phenomenal. Nice street rod here. Banjo steering wheel, leather interior, nice bucket seats. Looks like small block Ford in there. Nice grill guard right here in stainless steel. All polished. I really like this car. Got a little luggage rack back here on the back. V8 insignia. And check out that flush mounted gas filled door right there. Very trick car right here. I've seen this little yellow 32 Ford 5-window coupe for years, it shows. Very reminiscent of American Graffiti. Awesome car. Here's a really unique little TBucket I found. It's got the guide style 682C headlights on it, suicide front perch, early Ford axle, hairpins on it, kick up on the frame right there to get it extra low. Never seen this little detail before on a TBucket. They've got a couple of bump outs right there, for lack of a better term, to give you a little more room in the footwell area right there. Slightly extended bed over your traditional fad T. I like that. Wide white walls, bias ply tires. Looks like a couple of boat seats in there. I like this little bit of padding around. It's on the doors and the back right here. Detachable steering wheel. Very cool little car. Also, I think they've got that there for a little bit of ventilation, maybe, or maybe that's just a ornamental detail. I'm not sure. Really cool little car. And I love this.
All right, number 41, shot down 2000.
One of my favorites here today is this F100 shop truck from Pop's Garage in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Great looking old Survivor. And parked right next to it is another one of my favorites here today. I have a soft spot for these little Chevy 2 Novas. And this one's sitting just right. Mostly stock looking, but I don't know what's under the hood. Killer little Model A right here. This is a 28 or 29, and look what is crammed under that stock hood. I don't know how he fit that LS in there. And it's air conditioned. Don't need that today. It's a little bit chilly, but it is a great day for a car show. Love those spoke wheels on this car. A lot of diversity at this show today. Not a whole lot of cars. There's about 110 cars, I think. A couple of nice Mustangs right here. And to give you an idea of the amount of diversity here at this show, right here is a gorgeous 32 Ford Roadster. Street rod. Parked over here beside it is a rock crawler. And beside that is one of my favorite vehicles on the planet, a Volkswagen Single Cab. Beautiful 69 Camaro Z28 Rally Sport. My favorite year of Camaros. And my favorite detail on these Camaros is the hideaway headlights. Like I said earlier, a lot of diversity at this show, from a Henry J over here to a lifted Suzuki Samurai. And if your thing is four-wheel drive Monte Carlos, well, they've got that here too.
Who's got 15? 15. Anybody pick 15? Go up to the station and do it.
Y'all, this is one of my favorite things here today at this show. Everybody's here leaving, and I finally found the owner of this truck. What's your name, sir?
My name's Chris.
Good to meet you, Chris.
Yeah.
Tell us all about this.
Okay, well,
F1.
I build amplifiers, and I was looking for a place to take a picture of one, and I found a junkyard right here in town that had a 48 Ford. I put the amp in front of it, took the pictures, and people just loved it so much, I decided to buy one and make it my daily driver shop truck for my business.
So this is your business right here.
So my business is Deluxe Amplification, and I build custom hand-wired vacuum tube amplifiers for musicians. And so I got that 48 Ford was sold, so I went, and turned out the guy who owns the junkyard had 5 about the same age. So I picked the best one, yanked it out, and we took it all the way down. And I realized I wanted to drive it every day, and I didn't want to dump a ton of money in it, so I went real practical. It's got a 302 with a B cam, and it's got a T5 and a Explorer rear end, and it's got a Jaguar front end, and it drives great, and I love it. I'm in it every day. People stop and wave. And
show the viewers my favorite detail about this truck is the gear shift knob, y'all.
Okay, so in here, I've totally taken a vacuum tube, because I build amplifiers with vacuum tubes in them, and so I decided the perfect size for a gear shift knob is a power tube. So I made a power tube gear shift knob. At the time, I made a bunch of preamp tube keychains and sold a bunch of them for a while, but yeah, it turned out great. So that's just epoxy, vacuum degassed, and it has a UV LED in the bottom of it, and it's got rifle scope fiber optic running through it to make the heater filament.
So
and at
cool.
night the whole thing glows up real good.
So cool.
Looks cool.
And let's look at the other really cool detail about this truck.
Yeah, so it's music themed. So I actually found 2 RCA microphones. One, a guy gave me a box of stuff and one was in it, and then I found the other one empty shell on eBay for not very much. So I wound up taking I have a CO2 laser cutter, and I made a pattern of the lens, and I bought some cheap trailer lights and cut it out on my laser and slid them right in, and yeah, they're pretty neat.
Awesome truck.
Well, thanks.
Thank you so much for telling us about it.
Appreciate it. Yeah, have a good one.
Hey y'all, thanks for coming along with me to Sheriff Mike Neal's Toys for Kids car show in Dayton, Tennessee. Till next time,
Y'all get out there and build something.
y'all get out there and build something.